WQAD News 8's The Score is sponsored by Blackhawk Bank and Trust and Crawford Company.
I know, I got it.
Welcome to week 6 of The Score. Believe it or not, after tonight, well, I guess tonight's almost over as far as football games goes. We are 2/3 of the way done with the high school football season and the regular season. Corey Kuffler, Jenna Miner, Jonah Krell, and our guest griller tonight, the one, the only, Dave Harrell from the Quad City Convention and Visitors Bureau.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the opportunity to be here Friday night. Couldn't be better.
Before we talk about all the big things that you guys do,
Yeah.
we always have to ask,
Yeah.
how good of a griller are you? Because this matters tonight.
You know, I'm a self-aware guy. I'm going to say maybe 8.5 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's great.
And the way you've been prepping, like he's been cutting stuff already.
Well, yeah, we got
stuff,
to
you're ready
cut
to
some
go.
things. We got to get some olive oil working. We got to get some spices. So yeah, it's a process.
You're a fancy guy because we're used to burgers, brats. We have, and Dale, come on out, Dale. We're on. It's all right. Give us scripts. How are you? Great job. This is the beauty of live TV sometimes.
Love it.
All right, so last week Andrew Lehman cooked some pork chops.
Yeah, okay.
But we're used to like burgers and brats
Yeah.
and hot dogs. What are you grilling for us tonight?
We're gonna do some fillets. I call them Tennessee BCs, and there's a story behind it. I got a buddy of mine. Unfortunately, he likes blue cheese on everything.
Sure.
That he does from a red meat perspective. So we're gonna do a little blue cheese crumble. We're gonna do some Brussels sprouts. We're gonna do some corn on the cob. And Lehman can do better than that. I'm kind of disappointed.
You're right.
Yeah.
We'll let him know.
Yeah,
We'll let him
please
know.
do. I'll text him later tonight. I'll wake him up. He went to bed probably at 8:30.
I'll guarantee
Yeah,
sleeping.
he's in bed.
All right, well, we got a lot of highlights to get to, and we're going to start in the Western Big Six. So let's hear what Crick Santamore had to say to Moline before their big game.
We talk about it every week. We want it. We embrace it. We love it. We want to get back on that field. Everybody flying around. I want a wave of aggression tonight. I want to overwhelm them with our defense and with a wave of aggression. I want to go out there and I want to hit them. I want to get after them the whole entire game. Non-stop. Do not let up. Everybody gets better tonight. Let's get it. Here we go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's break it out.
Hey, thanks to Crick Santamore for going mic'd up. And it's Moline Rocky, one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Illinois. Opening quarter, first drive. It is Drew Phelps busting through, getting the sack for the Maroons. That would lead to a punt. And check this out. Keaton Chalder gets in there, blocks the punt into the end zone, recovers, touchdown Maroons. Quickly it's 7-0 Moline. Next Rocky possession. Moline putting some pressure on. The ball is on the turf, kicked around. It would be Connor Schnell. Falling on it, Maroons back in business, and it would lead to another touchdown. Cason Ponder in the flat to Nolan Ducey. Nice block on the corner on the edge. He gets in for a touchdown. Quickly, 14-0. I don't think this one was ever close. 62-7 is the final in this one. Moline still undefeated in the Western Big Six, and we are now joined by the head coach from the Moline Maroons, crowded on the set here, but so glad to have you here.
Hey, it's good to be around good people at the end of the night. That's always a positive.
What was this week like? Because you know Rocky Week is one of those where it doesn't matter records, it doesn't matter
Correct.
things like that. To get a win like that, that's a statement win.
That was big, and obviously to do it in all three phases was important. To score a touchdown, 2 in special teams, 1 on defense, and then obviously to have some offensive production was a big deal. But you're right. I mean, people were reaching out all week about how important it was. Former players, community members, about what this means to both communities, and so for our kids to write a chapter like this for theirs, their chapter in Moline Rock Island rivalry, that was a big deal. It was fun.
You have now won, I believe, is it 5 in a row? Is that right?
Yes.
What
Yep,
is
correct.
this team doing right?
I think they just care about each other. I think it's even as much as the stuff on the field, the practice and the games and stuff like that. When you see these guys interact off the field, you know that they genuinely care about each other, and you know that they're starting to build a bond. And when they get that continuity, really good things can happen on the field. So I think that's been the big difference from the very beginning of the season to where we're at now, is just kind of seeing the bond continue to grow, and obviously their execution level has improved as well on the field.
You're in the driver's seat. I mean, you guys are there. What do you tell them the rest of the way here?
The conference championship stuff is awesome. What we want to do now that we've clinched a playoff berth, is clinch a home playoff game. And then again continue to kind of build momentum throughout the course of the rest of the regular season. That's really been the main goal for us. The conference championship comes along the way. That's awesome. Sure. But postseason success is always kind of the barometer for what we're looking for to measure success. Within each year. With our team. So we just got to keep getting better. Don't get complacent. Don't settle for wherever we're at right now, and just keep building on one week to the next.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Big win
Appreciate
this
it.
week.
Yeah,
Good luck
thank
the rest of the
you.
way. Hey,
Thank
let's get
you.
right back to the highlights, and we'll head down the road to East Moline, United Township, and Quincy. How about Hunter Schuckman? The kid can throw the ball. He's going to find Sawyer Harshberger. That's a nice play and a first down for the Blue Devils. But UT would come up with a big play here on 4th and long. They get a big stop as the ball is bobbled, and it's a stop on 4th down. So UT wasn't able to do anything with it. Quincy gets the ball back, and it's Schuckman driving, running. Oh, but he takes a hit. Abubakar Silla with a nice hit there for UT. And then, hey, that's Nellie, our cleaning lady. She does a great job. And then Hunter Schuckman, he punches it in from a yard. That ties things up at 7. Let's check the final score in this one. Ooh, a close one. Quincy with the roadie, 23-21.
O-line up front, that's where we win tonight. That's where we grow up the most tonight. We have got to get better. Blitz pickup, run package, let's be our best. Hey, every single opportunity you get the chance to run out of that tunnel, don't take it for granted ever, because you never know what could happen, all right? Enjoy the hell out of it, have fun, look around when your ass runs out of the tunnel tonight, and let's go be great. Let's go, let's go.
Thanks to Coach Schlemmer for taking us behind the scenes right there. Sterling going for 3 straight as they host Alleman. Second play from scrimmage for the Golden Warriors. Maurice De La Cruz getting all the way to the outside, 35 yards untouched for the score, 7-0 Sterling. Alleman next drive, it's 3rd and 10. Kelly Honert drops back, rolls out, finds Joe Alonzo. Downfield, it's a 15-yard pickup, but they would be forced to punt later in the drive, and now Sterling back with the ball. 3rd and 6, Brady Berlin going deep over the middle. Jack Sathoff is right there for the big gain.
Catch.
38 yards. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 1 from the 7. Kobe Chipma does the rest. Muscles in for the score. That makes it 14-0. This was all Sterling. 55-13 they roll.
And now we are joined by the head coach from Sterling, John Schlemmer. Hey, you made it home in time to take a seat on your couch. I like that. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's this is about the earliest I've been home all year, so it was a good win. Happy for our kids. Our kids played hard, and it was a fun one.
Yeah, Coach, you said in that pregame speech, you said this is the moment in the season where you can really take off. This is a really big moment. Why was it for you guys to really show what you can do at this point in the season?
Well, listen, I mean, you only get so many of these things, there's only so many cracks at it. So, you got to take advantage and get better from each one. So I thought our kids throughout the week, they did what was asked to do. So, we've been lucky enough to coach some really good players and have some really good teams here at Sterling. And it's games like this. It's you can go out there and walk through the motions, or you can go out there and get better. And I think tonight our kids did, what we'd asked them to do by getting better.
Coach, you're through 6 weeks of the season now, and you've posted some really big wins. Just how have you seen this group grow over the course of the season so far?
Well, I think that we had talked earlier in the season, how young we are, and that's just a fact. And so our kids are growing up. They continue to grow up. They continue to get older, and they continue to get better. And, experience is a really important thing. So the experience that our kids have gained on Friday nights against really good teams, and, we got a couple good ones coming up ahead of us. So it's going to take a lot of work, but I think our kids are capable of it, and they're excited for it.
Coach, we appreciate you hustling home. We appreciate you giving us a little bit of time. You're home now. Go ahead and go to bed. Wake up tomorrow, study film. We appreciate you. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you all for having me on. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get back to the highlights. We got Galesburg, right?
Yes, let's head down to Galesburg as the Silver Streaks play Geneseo. Galesburg, Corey McGee gets the handoff, and he is in for the touchdown. Geneseo leads 17-6. Now it's Geneseo's offense out there. Mark Naluz is in for a touchdown, 24-6, Geneseo. Galesburg. It's rolling out here. Brad Eaton with the catch. He gets the first down and some more there.
Ooh, pink
and
hair.
It's Corey McGee getting the pitch there, and he is in for 6 more. Let's check a look at that final final score, it's Geneseo with a 38-20 win over Galesburg.
All right, we've hit our first break here on the score. Week 6 of the score. Dave's working hard. He's got the Brussels sprouts about ready to go on. I'm excited to eat this tonight. We got so many more highlights. We're going to hop over to the Iowa side, see how Bettendorf does against Cedar Falls. It's coming up next on the score.
I'm Cole Rusk from Rock Island, Illinois, and on Friday nights I watch the score on WQAD.
Welcome back to the score, week 6 of the score. You got some fancy stuff here. What exactly?
Yeah.
What exactly? This is like automatic stuff.
Yeah, automatic. It's about efficiency.
Salt and pepper and.
You told me we are on a tight timetable, so I'm going as fast as I can.
So as you do this, let me ask you, what are some of the big events that we've got coming up in the Quad Cities over the next couple of years?
Well, from our perspective, we're always trying to put the line in the water for a variety of events, trying to diversify that portfolio as much as we can. So there's a ton of youth and amateur stuff happening at like TBK Bank Sports Complex, et cetera. But like going after NCAA events has been a big deal for our community. We were just in Indianapolis looking at future things 2028 through 2031. But in a couple of years, we're going to host D3 Men's Wrestling Championships at Vibrant Arena. We're going to host the NCAA Division I Women's Regional Golf Championship at Deer Run. But we've also got like NJCAA. National Golf Championship, never been to our market before, so really excited about that. We got Missouri Valley Golf coming here too, and NAIA. So literally next May is going to be chock full of golf. And so really just trying to add to that portfolio as much as we can in the collegiate space. And we like that space because it's great for tourism, it's great for economic impact, but it's also really good for just that brand visibility on a national stage for the Quad Cities. And I think also like a little bit of a resident pride factor too. Like when you're going after and you're bringing in national championships, you can kind of puff out your chest and feel good about that. So you're going to see a lot more from us in that kind of space. That's really the direction.
All right, well, we're going to get back to highlights. You get back to work, and we'll ask you about exposure a little bit later. Let's go over to Bettendorf over here. We'll pick this one up third quarter. It's 14-3. Cedar Falls in front. Baylor Petrie. Nice little pass to Trey Reuter. He'll bounce off a tackle, gets to the outside, and gets pushed out of bounds about the 22-yard line. This drive would eventually lead to this. Petrie rolling out, finds Stratton Range on the touchdown, 8-yard TD toss, 21-3, Cedar Falls in front. Bettendorf looking for a little bit of an answer. Cannon Davis, quick hitter into the flat to Ben Whipple. He picks up a first down after breaking a few tackles. They get out to midfield, and then Davis buying some time. Oh my gosh, Caleb Brown gets past the defense, behind everybody. Oh, 50-yard pitch and catch, 21-11 at that point. Let's check the final score. Bulldogs fired up. Cedar Falls comes back to win, 35-11.
Assumption going for their second district win, playing at Maquoketa. Luke Jobjan hands the ball off to Lane Pennington.
His mom will be so happy with you.
I know. Pennington is stopped just 2 yards short of a touchdown, a 29-yard completion. It's Jobjan again, giving the ball to Pennington. Guess what? This time it's a touchdown. He is in. 3 minutes into the game, Assumption scores. Now it's time for the kickoff. It's Maquoketa ball. Tate Streets airs this one out.
Ooh, all over that one.
Brock Lansing with the pick on the 49.
Jobjan, it looks like there on the run.
Yeah, for a first down, ball at the 19. Let's take a look at that final score. It's Assumption getting that second district win, 42-7 over Maquoketa.
We head over to Clinton for homecoming night as the River Kings host Davenport North. First drive of the game, Clinton's Connor Schroeder takes the snap, fakes out the cameraman, and gets it to Jordan Grun.
Who was that
and then look
cameraman?
at this. He nearly took out the cameraman, but we cut
that
it.
was Peter.
We cut it right before that. But anyways,
He's okay. He's
Neil
okay.
Brown to Alex Caldera for the catch, and Tutty 7-0 Cats.
Nice.
Still 7-0. Clinton with the ball now. Schroeder with another option play. He's just faking everybody out, keeping it, moving the chains for the Kings. Jumping to the second quarter, Brown, thumbs up, takes the snap. I repeat, North has a quarterback. I repeat, North has a quarterback.
What's his name? Say his name.
Neil Brown to David Joyner for the 14-0 lead. Adam Height breaks the North wins record, ties the North wins record. Congratulations to Coach Height. That's a 42-0 win, by the way.
On the turf at Brady Street Stadium, Burlington makes the long trip to play West. Third quarter, Greyhounds lead 35-6. Falcons with the punt. Colaire gets a hand on it for the partial block. Burlington with great field position at the West 39, but the next play, West defense comes up big. Burlington fumbles, Adam Anderson recovers. Falcons ball, can they do something with it? Well, let's see, it's 4th and 9. West going for it. Carson Huggins rolls out to the right. Airs this one out, finds Manny Mendoza, who makes the grab. He has the stiff arm and is into the end zone. Brady Street Stadium is rocking. Greyhounds up 35-14. Minute and a half left in the third. Burlington in the red zone. Caden Zog with the pitch to Keyshawn Wilden, and he takes it around the outside, gets some blocks, and is in. Let's check out a final on this one. It's Burlington with a 49-14 win over Davenport West.
All right, our highlights are cooking. Dave's cooking. Let's take a look at that grill cam if we can. See those Brussels sprouts looking good. Our highlights are looking good too.
My man over here is digging the green.
We're gonna come back and check out the Illinois Small
sprouts.
Schools right after a break.
The Fan of the Night is sponsored by Millwright's Local 2158.
Our fan of the night comes from the Rockridge student section. The theme was USA, and senior Taylor Heyman
She's
is
just a belle, a lonely old belle.
Her teacher showed her the Schoolhouse Rock song, I'm Just a Bill, a couple days ago, and I think it's safe to say she was a little inspired by that.
That's
so shout out to Taylor,
fantastic.
shout out to Rockridge, in the student section. You guys are our fans of the night.
Hey, welcome back to week 6 of The Score. Dave is getting, we've got the filet mignon out now. He's got some pepper and stuff. Let me ask you real quick.
Yeah, bud.
What does the exposure do for the Quad Cities when you get these big time events here?
It's everything. It's about talent attraction, talent retention. It's about amplifying your brand on a national stage. Hopefully that's going to lead to increased visitation. And the more times that we can bring visitors into the community and they're driving that economic impact, that non-resident revenue is critical to everything that we do. So every time that we're pushing out that Quad Cities brand and people are emotionally connecting with it, it's a positive thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely feel the same way with the things we do on Friday night with football.
Absolutely.
Push our brand out there, talk about the kids, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get back to those highlights. Let's head up to Hazel Green, Wisconsin. I think it's the first time we've ever had Wisconsin highlights, but it's Galena and Stockton that are playing, and it's Jack Mensendijk makes his way into the end zone. Blackhawks lead 8-0. Let's go to the second quarter. Same score. Galena looking to get on the board. It's Noah Larson intercepting this pass. Ooh, picking that one off. That's a great pick right there. The game stays 8-0. Later in the quarter, Blackhawks would fumble the snap. Ball hits the turf, and it's recovered by Drew Coings for the Pirates. Later in the second, Stockton in the red zone. They will hand it off to Mensendijk, and he's going to fight his way into the end zone. They would add the 2-point conversion, push him in. Yeah, touchdown. 16-0 ball game. Third quarter, same quarter. Who are you going to give it to? Well, why not Mensendijk? He's going to barrel his way in once again. He's a strong young man. 22-0 at that point. Galena still looking to get some points on the night. Eli Schumacher running into the end zone, almost running into Caesar on this one. But this one would go to the way of the Blackhawks. They're the number 2 team in the state. They win. Let's hear from the Blackhawks.
I mean, we played hard, but we just had unforced errors. I think we had 4 or 5 turnovers and didn't recover an onside kick. Kind of made it closer than maybe the score or the score closer than maybe the game indicated. But we'll take it. Rivalry game. That's a really, really good Galena team. They're well coached, so we'll take the 6th win of the season and move on here.
Yeah, we started off the season pretty light, but now that we're getting to the last 4 or 5 games of the season, they're starting to pick up, and we got to fix a lot of mental mistakes if we want to keep rolling.
You know, our coaches say that we have to keep climbing, we have to get to the next level, because if we don't keep working hard as a team, we're not lifting and we're not going to climb, and we're going to stay where we are, and we don't want that.
Riverdale could become playoff eligible with a win at Erie Prophetstown. EP down 30-29 late in the third quarter. Keegan Winkler to Connor Keegan for a touchdown. He just hangs on that throw down to his knees. 2-pointer fails. It's 35-30 Panthers. Second down now, still in the third quarter. Gage Heinsohn getting through the defense, picking up about 15 for the first down. But they would be a turnover on downs later on that drive. Fourth quarter now, still 35-30. Panthers looking for more. It's Winkler to Keegan again. Big gain, about 30 yards to the 5. And then just a little bit later to Tristan Hovey to the outside. He gets the edge for the touchdown. It's 42-30 Panthers at that point, and they hang on for a big win, 42-36 over Riverdale.
Rockridge putting their perfect record on the line against their rival Orion. A little over a minute left in the first half. Rockets lead 21-0. Colin Schweigen with a quick pass to Thomas Sowards. He goes barreling down the sideline, breaks some tackles for the first down and more. That sets the Rockets up nicely, and it's Colin Schweigen just being Colin Schweigen. He takes the ball himself. Check this out. Stiff arm, weaves around a bit, another stiff arm, and guess what? He is in the end zone. Rockets up 28-0 at the break. Third quarter, Rockridge in the red zone. Tanner Dye gets the handoff, and he punches in for the TD. Rockridge up 34-0. Now it's time for the extra point, or so you think. Owen Steele getting the snap. When I did my story of the Steele brothers, he told me when he played with Liam in flag football, he was a QB. We saw those skills right there. Wyatt Osborne, the 2-point conversion is good. Let's check out that final score. Rockridge beats Orion 50-7. Another undefeated team, Monmouth Roseville, on the road against Sherrard. Titans' first drive, Clay Castile with the handoff to Lars Berggren. He finds a big hole in a wide open field, and he takes advantage, scores the touchdown. Montrose on the board quick, 7-0. The Titans' next drive, the Sherrard defense with some pressure, and it's Emmerich Partlow with the pass breakup.
Get it out of here.
But that doesn't stop Montrose. They continue their drive. Lars Berggren again with the ball. He muscles through and picks up the first down, setting them up real nice, and the Titans capitalize. Landon Montroy, he is in for 6. Montrose getting the win here, 49-13 over Sherrard.
All right, let's check out Anawan Wethersfield and Stark County. Dan Pearson all over this one. Homecoming there is Nick Thurston scoring from a 3-yard touchdown, 13-0 over Stark County. Second quarter, more Titans. Devin Horry dashes 25 yards to the promised land, breaking tackles. That'll make it a 20-0 ball game. A&W defense also sharp in this one, really sharp. Thurston goes high for the pick. That stops the Stark County drive and stops it in its tracks. This one for the Titans, how about this play? Just like they drew it up. Broken play, but Maddox Heisler, Mr. Fix-It, bolts 65 yards to push the lead to 27-0. Let's check a final score. A&W still undefeated in the LLC, 48-7.
Two teams looking for that first win of the year, Dakota and Fulton. Third quarter, Fulton gets the ball to Jonah Lutz for a 25-yard run here. He's not brought down. He does get pushed out of bounds here. Still a nice run. Fulton finishing off the drive right here. 3-yard touchdown by Ashton Moorhart. And they go for 2, and it's good. They lead 48-0. Fourth quarter now, Dakota gets on the board. A 4-yard run by Zeke Wales for the touchdown. Fulton up 48-6. It's Fulton right here, getting that kick return. And check this out, it's Mason Stratton. And you guys know, if we're showing a quick kick return, you know it's gonna be something good.
He's gonna house it.
Yep. He goes all the way to the house. Let's look at that final score. Fulton getting their first win, 55-14 over Dakota.
Let's go to some 8-man football. Number 1 team in the state, Milledgeville, playing West Carroll. First and 10, it's Spencer Nye taking the direct snap and goes right down Broadway. 51 yards to pay dirt. That'll make it a quick 8-0 lead. How about West Carroll on 4th and 5? Aiden Buckholtz with a little pass to Roger LeBourne. That's a nice play. Pitch and catch, 31 yards, touchdown, 8-6 at that point. Then on the ensuing kickoff, it is Milledgeville taking the kick. We don't have a number for this young man. I'm going to call him Brian Stocking. That's not right, though. But he's going to take it 70 yards to the house. Oh, making people miss all along the way. Let's check a final score on this one. Milledgeville still your number 1 team in the state, 54-28 winners.
Let's crank up the heat for one more 8-man game. Galva at West Central. First quarter, Cooper Gibb going to the outside, and that is 6 right there. 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. Still in the first, Graham Kelly catches it. Interception, bringing the ball back for West Central. Still more Graham Kelly here, the handoff. Get off me, shoving defenders for a nice first down pickup. Second quarter, it's that name again, one more time. Graham Kelly up the gut. You can't bring him down. That's his bulldozing.
Nice.
Wow, what a touchdown from Kelly. It's 14-0 with the score, and West Central wins it over Galva, 26-18.
All right, we've hit another break. Coming up, we're going to check out those small schools over in Iowa. The grill's looking good. We got the filet mignon sitting here. We're going to put those on the
Yeah,
grill.
we're ready to put them on. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's put them on.
Yeah, I don't know why we're waiting.
We'll
Let's
take
go.
a look at how those go on here as we head to break. You're watching The Score. Welcome back to The Score. Dave, you've talked to us about the big
I was
that we have coming
looking.
up. You're looking?
Yeah,
How's it look?
if you're looking, you're not cooking.
Okay.
So we'll put that down.
So we've talked about NCAA stuff. We talked about those kinds of events, but there's other things you have going on. Like this weekend, there's a big event.
Yeah, so we're hosting Major League Fishing.
That's so cool.
And so there's all these different things that we're bringing in, right, that we're trying to activate the community. But Major League Fishing was here last year.
Okay.
They wanted to come back. It's part of really the pathway to the Bass Tour.
Oh.
Couple hundred anglers literally left Leach Park this morning, multiple pools on the Mississippi River competing for, big prize money, and it'll be here tomorrow too. So Saturday is kind of the final day, but like we're constantly trying to bring in just diverse events, right?
Yeah.
And however we can activate our world-renowned Mississippi River, we want to do that, and obviously we're good at fishing. So it's going to be something that we're going to continue to pursue. Obviously with the Rock River, Mississippi, there's a lot more that we can do. We're looking at future events, maybe some powerboat stuff down the road too, and just trying to think through what's a good strategic fit for our region, what makes sense for the Quad Cities to host, and then go after it and make it happen.
Nice. Excellent. So as they reel in the big ones, let's see if we can reel in some of these highlights here and get right back into this. It is Wilton, West Burlington, Notre Dame. Kicking this one off, strong first drive. Noah Gray weaves through the defense, breaks a couple tackles, puts his team into the red zone. A few plays later, it's Noah Gray again, breaking a tackle in the backfield. Smooth sailing from there into the goal line, into the end zone. Beavers missed a two-point conversion. It's 6-0. Jerry Burt all over this one, by the way. No, Jonas. I'm sorry, Jonas. You've got Jerry later. He came back to help us here. That's an interception. Pryor Putman comes up with that INT. Beavers pushing the pace. Wide receiver screen. Gabe Brisker does the rest. House call here. 14-0 after the two-point conversion. Wilton wins 36-14.
Now, Cuff, here's Jerry. Look, you want to know how I know? It's because we're going to have a snack soon.
I missed
Let's
that.
go.
There we
Durant
go.
comes with their fourth win of the season. Durant has the ball in their first possession. Trey Romer III passes it to Colby Gass, a 40-yard touchdown. Durant up 7-0. Durant gets the ball back on their second possession, and Romer will find Colby Gass again, this time on the flat. He will go 30 yards for the touchdown here. Durant jumps out to a quick 13-0 lead. Still in that first quarter. Durant's Owen Long will get the ball, and he runs it in 15 yards for the score. Durant now up 21-0. And guess what? The Wildcats on their first possession in the second quarter. It's Owen DeLong again getting his second touchdown. The 1-yard run. Let's check out that final score. Durant 56-8 over the Comets.
Up to Comanche as the Storm host MFL Marmac. Started the third quarter. Easton Lang takes the snap and he hands it to, I unfortunately don't have the name. It's number 0, but number 0, you're number 1 in my heart.
There you go.
To the goal line. Does he get it? He crosses the plane.
Yeah,
It's 12-7 Bulldogs. Still 12-7 here in the third. Marmac gets the ball back, and Mason Topfer gets the big hit in the backfield. A cluster of Storms help finish off the tackle for loss.
I know, right?
Late third, Comanche quarterback Charlie Sager takes the snap downfield to Wes McDaniel, who holds on. The truck stick down the sideline.
Nice.
Looking like Cam Scadaboo out there for the 40-yard gain.
You and your Arizona reference.
I had to. Goal line, Sager gives to Tyson Graves, drives the legs for the score. The lead is 13-7 right there. And Comanche wins it over Marmac 21-12.
Let's head out to Wapello. They're taking on Columbus. Indians up big in the second half thanks to quarterback Rowan Atkinson, who keeps it going with the calm and composed quarterback sneak. That turns into a Wapello first down. Wildcat linebacker Elliott Wesley with a great jump on the snap here. A sack here puts the Indians back on the count. And even down double digits, the Wildcats still fighting. A lane opens up for Angel Anetchin, and he doesn't hesitate. A full sprint to the end zone drops the Wapello lead to 34-13. Now it's just about closing it out, and Atkinson shows that same calmness, this time in the backfield with a nice throw to Edgar Vasquez under pressure to get the first down. Check out that final score, Wapello 40-27 over Columbus.
All right, the grill is looking good. The filet mignon is on, the corn.
Yeah, we'll do a little
do you
blue
think?
cheese here in a minute. We got
looking
corn in
good
the
for
cup.
you?
It's making progress.
Making progress.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
here
only
we
a
are.
few minutes away. There's nothing better than a good fillet at 11 o'clock at night.
Absolutely.
And then go right to bed.
And then go right to bed. We're a few minutes away from the best part of the night. Brian Stocking and all the scores. Stick with us here on The Score.
I got a thermometer too. I can always
How are
use
we,
a
JC?
thermometer.
Are you a medium
Stocking.
Yes. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check.
Medium rare. A minute 20. Hey, our hit of the night comes from the United Township Quincy game. It is Abubakar Silla taking a big hit there. Big hit for him. And now let's get to Brian Stocking. He's got a hit with all the scoreboard.
All right. Very gutsy effort by Hall tonight. They lost their starting quarterback to injury, but Princeton wins 28-12. Mendota, they outscore Kewanee 28-0 in the second half, win 45-13. Knoxville, they outscore Illini West 24-0 in the second half. They win 32-22. Bureau Valley wins their first game of the season. They beat Lewiston, or LVC, 44-6. Rushville Industry beats United 56-18. Town outlasts South Fulton 34-27. Princeville beats Roval Williamsville 42-8. It's Lena Winslow 46-7 over Morrison. Liberty beats Central 54-7. Iowa City West beats Muscatine 69-7. Linn-Mar beats PV 29-0. Western Dubuque outlasts Set North Scout 14-13. Waller upends Central DeWitt 17-12. It is Meepo going 7-2 their last 9. They edge West Liberty 16-14. Northeast beats Lisbon 34-21. The Rebels are 6-2 in their last 8 on the road. Edgewood Colesburg beats Easton Valley 58-28. And because I had to cancel a scoreboard, I can't get this one in, but I'm going to tell you this. Calvis Wheatland beats Central City tonight 70-68. Thank you, Cal Wheat, for getting it into me right at the under the wire. Thank you, Cal Wheat.
Good win for them, and we're going to put a bow on this whole thing right when we come back.
Play of the Night is sponsored by Midwest Bank.
Play of the night comes from the Moline Rock Island game. That is Keaton Chalder with the block and the recovery for a touchdown. Maroons will go on to beat their rival huge tonight. A big win for them. We want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Dave, thank you for being here. We completely
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. It's been a lot of fun.
We're going to eat some filet mignon.
We are.
It looks good.
Yep,
It looks
we are.
done.
We're going to
ready
get some
go.
butter,
We're
get some blue cheese. We're going to get these guys going.
Thank you for watching. Of course, if you missed anything, check it out on WQAD.com.